Let's go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Another day in the live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to everyone that's new. Hope you guys are enjoying your week so far. Wow, what a day. It's been pretty crazy. This week was crazy busy. Lots of news. But very, very happy overall, though. Everything has gone well. Now, I want to go over a few things with you guys. Kind of want to look at the markets, overlook a few things, so you know it's Friday. Typically Friday, a little bit more slower on that end. But you know, we're here. We're still looking to see if there's any opportunities and stuff. So, okay, welcome everyone. We've got 16 people here live. We've got 7 likes. If you guys could smash that like button, I really do appreciate it, team. It does actually support the channel, so in turn I can continue to create more content like this. One second, I'm just going to check here the news. So it is Friday, but it's good to always just check and know what's going on. Yeah, we got some US news, flash PMI. I'm gonna put that flash manufacturing PMI. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take a look at that, team. So we were looking at a push to the downside for GU. So we ended up getting a really nice push to the downside. It didn't really retest these highs, that's okay. But we did get the strong momentum push to the downside. So we could see, basically this morning, we could see it push back up on this pullback. Once it comes back up to these highs, if it rejects these highs, we can start looking for potential sell setup opportunities. So then it could probably come back down to this lower end down here. Like that. Just going to clear this off here. 1 second. How you guys doing? We got NK Gamer, let's go. We got Lucas, thoughts on GJ. GJ, let's take a look at GJ. And then we're gonna take a look at gold. Gold right now, I don't really see anything at this moment. GJ, we did end up, so look at this. So we did end up giving a nice push to the downside, and we actually didn't respect this lower level structure, so it ended up going a lot lower than we anticipated. But like I mentioned yesterday in the live stream, I said it's gonna go down a little bit lower, and it might hold this level support. If it holds this level support here, then we anticipate one more push to these highs, and then we see a capitulation to the downside. However, we actually saw a lot of weakness. So what I see right now at this given time, even just looking here at the higher time frames, you got to be very careful. I mean, you got to be very careful because we could still see a push to the downside, and then we might be surprised with a retest. So I would stay away for now. Even on the 15-minute, we're getting a retest. So we might see just a continuation to the downside. So we've got this nice strong momentum push from here, from the highs to the lows, right? It's pretty much coming up at our 0.60, 0.618 level, 0.50, sorry, 0.50, 0.618 level. I want to see a rejection of this level structure for me to consider selling opportunities, and then I can see it come back down. So if I get nice clean rejection of this highlighted area right over here, then I can see a nice clean continuation to the downside for GJ. So and again, that's just kind of an outlook overview of what I'm anticipating. Yeah. All right, team, 1 second here. No worries, Lucas, anytime. Okay, so let's continue on, team. Let's see here. Okay. We got DJ. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well, my man. Thank you for asking. Doing well. How about you? So this could be a good sell opportunity on GJ. Just got to be very cautious. Make sure the next candle shows us some bearishness. Then we move our stop loss to entry once we see it go into profits. Probably touching around here. We move it to break even. That'd be good opportunity. Let's move on to gold and see what's going on with gold here. Let's go up to the daily. So with gold, like I mentioned to you guys, I wasn't seeing it push the downside because I noticed that it was still had a little bit potential indecision to the upside. It's still undecided, right? If we look at the weekly, like this weekly candle looks still bullish, if that makes sense. So I still think we have a little bit more juice to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if it pushes the upside a little bit more. We did end up getting this pullback. You can see that wick over there. It really just really depends what's going on with the dollar and stuff like that. We do have some US news coming out, and then if we look at the dollar, do you guys remember when I told you guys the dollar was going to pull back up? Well, take a look at this. So this is the 30-minute time frame. Look at exactly where it pulled back up, and this is without me just even looking at it right now. The dollar ended up pushing up exactly as expected to our 0.50 and 0.618 level structure. I literally told you guys this yesterday. I don't know if you guys remember this. I told you guys this last night that Dixie was going to come back up to our golden zone over here, right? So we could see, look how it pushed from this low all the way up, right? So the dollar gained strength. Now with the dollar gaining strength at this point, I really saw that the gold would probably pull back. However, there is weakness. It's just there's a lot of indecision at this point. We got Sophie FX have subscribed to the family. Welcome, my man. Welcome. Hey team, we're at 13 likes. Let's get it to 20 likes, team. And welcome to everyone that's new. Make sure you guys check out the links below in the video description to join in our free Telegram group, guys. We have an amazing community on there. Make sure you guys join in and get connected. So yeah, so right now at this point, for me, I would want to see, let's say even here in the 1 hour time frame, let's see what's going on. There's just a lot of indecision right now with gold. I don't really like what I see. So I think that after even coming back down here, we rejected it on the 1 hour time frame. So I think it's trying to break above these highs. It's failing. However, there's still a lot of like the bulls are still fighting, right? So there's a lot of indecision at this moment. You can see that this 4 hour candle closed pretty bullish. This one right here closed pretty bullish, team. Right there, look at that huge wick right there. So right now then we have this one right here, which is very indecisive. So there's a lot of indecision right now. We got Lucas, let's go. We got Waldo, God bless. Team potential USD looking more bullish. Thoughts now. Yeah, so let's see here. So USDCHF, I was looking at potential push to the upside, but I don't know what ended up happening. It depended on the dollar. I told you guys the dollar was going to gain strength. So USDCHF. Yeah, so USDCHF, we ended up getting a push to the upside above. Because the dollar gained strength. So yeah, so it did go into profits. I didn't personally take this trade. 17 pips, quick in and out, and then the dollar gained strength. I think at this point, what we may see for USDCHF is for sure a pullback. So we might see a nice little pullback here from this high, and then we might see it retest that high against once more over here to our level of supply. Yeah. But either way, this trade actually did end up pulling back about 17 pips. Again, I don't usually trade USDCHF, but it was a good little opportunity to get in and out, and you're not really risking that much, 15 pips. So yeah, nice little pullback there. And again, yesterday I mentioned to you guys about the dollar gaining strength. I told you guys the dollar is going to come back up to our 0.50 level structure. Why is this important? Because, well, we understand that, for example, if the dollar gains strength, then we know that GU is going to come back down. So I told you guys on the higher time frame, if we go back up to like the 4 hour time frame, look at this from the highs to the lows, right? We had what? The same exact move I told you guys. Look, strong momentum push, and then we had what? A retracement. So I was telling you guys yesterday, last night, it was going to come back up to our 0.50. This is our golden zone right here. 0.50. And 0.618. Okay, now from here, what we may see is a little bit of turbulence, a little bit of rejection, and then we may see a continuation to the downside for the dollar. And if the dollar loses its strength, that's what I'm telling you. I'm still undecided on gold, but I think at this point, if the dollar loses its strength, we may actually surprisingly see a push to the upside, but there's still a lot of indecision with gold right now, so I don't like what I see. And if you don't see anything, team, you stay out. That's just how it is. If you don't see anything, you stay out. We got Robert, couldn't sleep last night. Why? What's up, my man? What happened? Welcome. We got a couple new family members that are joining in. Sorry if I don't call you out on it. I know a lot of you guys, the thing doesn't for some reason update. Little guy's asleep. Little dinosaur. Okay. We got Anthony. Let's go, Anthony. Welcome to the family, my man. And if you guys are new, like let's say it's your first time here in the family, make sure you introduce yourself. Love to be able to get to know you. take a look at this. So US30, we are getting a nice push and respect of this downwards channel or downwards direction that I was telling you guys about. If we go up to the daily, let's take a look at the daily here. We can see that I could see a continuation to the downside here. So if at 9:30 we get some sort of but we do have news, so this is going to be pretty crazy. So I'd probably stay out, I'll be honest. But we could see a capitulation to the downside. It's just what I see, especially if it breaks below this level here that we have, which is a level of demand. Yeah, if we break below that level, we're definitely seeing a strong continuation to the downside. We do have some news though, so I would stay out and see what ends up happening. So typically what happens, you know, with news and stuff, like news will manipulate, but then after you'll see that price will move a certain direction, right? So sometimes what could happen, similar to what you see here, news creates this wick, news moves up, down, right, fakes you out, you're thinking, oh, it's gonna go back up now, whatever, and then it ends up going in the favor that you anticipate. Wait for it to go in the favor you're anticipating and then get in on the pullback, and then you'll see the continuation. You reap the benefits of it, that way you avoid getting, you know, stuck you know, in a losing trade, or stuck in something that you don't want to be in. So I'm in on sells on NZDUSD, but looks choppy at 0.6200 or 62,000. NZDUSD, I'm kind of curious. Yeah, it's Friday too, so we have to like understand that it's not going to be as, you know, it's not going to be much moves, and if it's going to happen, it's going to happen before 12, before 11. Okay, so you said you were on sells on NZDUSD. So why are you on sells, amigo? What's going on? What's the reasoning? I think the bigger picture looks like we may see a nice clean continuation to the upside. The only thing is we have to realize, look at what I have here for you guys. Look at this. So we are pretty much in this upwards channel. However, in the past, even in this upwards channel, we've kind of broken below a little bit. You can see it happened over here. We broke below this level. Okay. However, we do need to realize that if we look in the past, this is a major level of structure here. You can see that price has respected this level multiple times in the past. Look at this here. What happened? Price came to this level, pushed the upside. What happened over here? Price came to this level, pushed the upside. What happened over here? Price came to this level and then pushed the upside, right? So at this point, you have to be very careful, because we don't know if it's, remember, regardless of it coming to this level, it's still creating higher highs, essentially, right? So we got, higher lows. So we got higher highs, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, potentially. So we may see a reversal from here too, right? And this is also an area where it is. So even this higher end here, we could see that's also a level that price has respected in the past, right? So we just have to keep an eye out on that as well too, team, because we could see it come back up and maybe not create that higher high, but at least shift into a range. So it's maybe not going to be trending to the upside, but when we see a reversal or a change of structure. And this is something that we do have to keep an eye out, right? So if you're selling here, or maybe you sold at the top now, I would say take your profits, because at this point it's probably going to start pulling back up, right? So yeah, right, because it's already kind of moving really slow, really choppy, all that type of stuff. You're going to be surprised when you see it start pushing back up, potentially coming back up to this level of supply, right? So you just got to be cautious when you do all that. Very cautious. Yeah, no worries, Anthony. Anytime, my man. We've got 21 likes, team. Can we get it to 30 likes? Let's get it to 30 likes, team. I'm out. Yeah, take your profits and run. That's for sure. Yeah, see, it's already pulling back. Do you see that? Now, mind you, I mean, just because you're seeing a strong momentum push, that doesn't mean that it's not gonna just create a wick and go back down. But you get the point, right? There's a reason why you're seeing this choppiness and stuff, but it's probably gonna come back up to this high. And if that is the case, then we look for selling opportunities once it pulls back up, right? But you can see, take your profits, run before anything. Okay, let's focus on our main pairs here, team. What are we looking at here on our main pairs? So GU, look at this. GU is already giving us that pullback, which is nice. So GU is pushing back. Now the thing is, a lot of times, a lot of traders, they get in here, they say, okay, I'm gonna buy because I'm gonna try and catch a couple pips. I mean, you could, but you need to realize is what's the guarantee that it's gonna come back to this area or retest this low before it ends up going in that pullback, right? So if we know that the overall direction is the downside, let's only look for sells. Let's only focus on sells. Let's not focus so much on just catching certain little moves. Let's only focus on sells at this point, right? Even if it ends up going in our favor, right? We're only talking about 25 pips. I mean, if you wanted to, you could, right? But you need to know that how much you're willing to lose on the table. So if you, let's say you target here buys 5 minute, and then you do a nice tight stop loss, you do 10 pips stop, 10 pips. You understand that it could knock you out here. It could come back down to this low once more before it ends up going in our favor. This could be a good quick scalp. Let's look at the 3 minute. I would say I would want to see this close above the previous high, and then we can see a nice clean continuation to the upside for GU. Right, but this needs to see it didn't close above it. That's what I'm talking about, though. So there's no guarantees. That's what I'm saying. There's no guarantees. It's best to wait. Let's go, team. We're at 24 likes. Let's get it to 30. How you guys liking the new software? Let me know. Hope you guys like the new software. That it's been a long time coming. Lots of back end work. Let's get it, team. Welcome to Bacillus. Has subscribed to the family. Welcome, Bacillus. Okay, so now we got the wick. Now this could be a nice clean continuation to the upside. And again, this is a quick scalp, but it'd be a nice quick in and out. You know, catch 20 pips. What is this? 19, 20 pips. You're risking about 10. Right, but you know that most likely it's going to pull back. So that's kind of what, you know what I'm seeing, like a quick scalp, right? Just got to manage your risk. Might come back up to these highs. Okay, so again, also too, when you're getting into the markets, team, you have to understand, right? This right here, I'm understanding that we could potentially risk 10 pips. to potentially gain 20. Again, not the most ideal risk reward ratio, but you know, more often than not, if it starts giving us this bullish move here, we've got this bullish candle right here, that tells me the next one's going to be pretty bullish. If this one closes pretty bullish, like let's say a little bit above this wick, then we can see a nice clean continuation to these highs here. Right, so it did close a little bit above it, so we could see a nice clean continuation to the upside. Excuse me. Let's move on. Let's focus on other pairs here. What's going on here? Take a look at USD. EURUSD, we had a position here. Unfortunately, the stop loss was a little bit nice and tight, but if you guys could see, it ended up capitulating over 60 pips. Now, is it always going to be perfect? No. Sometimes, you know, we're going to get stopped out. Sometimes the market's going to do things like that, right? Where it pushes up, hits a stop loss, and then boom, goes in the direction. This was actually a beautiful trade I had actually sent out. And unfortunately, this one did not go in our favor in that sense. Or it went in our favor, but unfortunately, it hit the stop loss like to the T pretty much. I think our entry was around, I can't remember exactly. I have it in my other chart. But yeah, anyways, you guys could see that it ended up capitulating in the direction that I was anticipating, and I mentioned, right, over 60 pips, just like that. You know, a lot of times that's going to happen. A lot of times you just have to know that when you do that, you say, okay, you know what, for example, I'm trying to grow these smaller accounts. I've been able to grow like one account from 120 bucks to like 1300 right now, right? But in order for me to grow it, I'd rather take a $25 loss, right, than taking a $150 loss, and that sets me back pretty quick, right? So as long as I'm managing my risk, even if, for example, let's say this trade here goes against me, $25 loss, this trade here goes against me, same thing, 10 pip loss. These are minimal things, right? Like 10 pip loss is nothing. Right? 20 pips lost, nothing. It's once you start getting into the really ugly, like you're over trading and you're losing, like let's say on a small $500 account, you know, you're at negative $300-400 because you ended up doing half a full lot or a full lot, or yeah, half a full lot. Like if you're doing a full lot at that point, that's just nuts. But you guys get the point, you know what I mean? So what's going on here with the dollar? Let's take a look at the dollar. So the dollar seems like it's still wanting to gain some strength. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So if the dollar's still trying to gain some strength here, if it breaks above these highs, then we could see probably gold push down a little bit. However, it seems like I said, we were seeing a bullish move here for gold. I would say even here from this level, look how it's bouncing off nicely. But I would need at least confirmation, I would say. At least above these highs, I'm looking at buys. What we got, Malachi, let's go. We got Jay, let's go. How you guys doing? You guys having a good morning, or hope you guys are doing well. All right. Okay. So then, and then in this case, I would be looking at potential sell opportunities. I guess even, I would say for sure below this level here. So below that wick is where I'd want to see sell opportunities for gold. So it would have to be below this wick right over here. Now you might ask, is like, why do I have to figure out here? Is because from here to here, this range that we see here, okay team, this range, it's about 100 pips. So this 100 pip range, I could get in here on buys. The problem is, okay, the problem is that if I get in here on buys, okay, and price ends up pushing up nicely. Your emotional state is, oh yeah, like I'm making 30 pips right now. Yeah. It's gonna skyrocket. It's gonna go up. It's gonna break above those highs. This. What if it doesn't break above these highs? What if it comes to these highs here and it rejects it? Right? So a lot of times you guys have seen in the past the trades that I've called out or the trades that I've mentioned. A lot of these trades, the reason why they go in our favor X amount of pips, you know what I mean? Similar to the US30 trade I called out, ended up going over 300 pips in our direction, all that type of stuff. The way we are able to figure out these perfect opportunities is actually sticking with our plan and understanding that, you know what, I'm not going to get in this impulsively just because it looks bullish at that given time, right? More often than not, it's probably just creating a wick, right? We need to understand that too, right? More often that price comes up here, looks like it's bullish, that's it, it's going to go up, buys guys, buys, right? Look what it's already doing. We're already getting indecision, right? We're already getting price probably come back down to this level of support, right? You need to understand that, team, right? Let's go. We're at 28 likes. Can we get it to 30 likes, team? Let's go. Yes, sir. We got Malachi. I'm good, brother. How are you? I'm doing good, my man. Thank you for asking. Doing good. Just listening to some Easily Brothers. Nice. So yeah, so you guys understanding that overall, team? Like, do you have any other questions for me or anything like that? Right? So if we don't see anything, we don't get in. It's that simple. It's not that we don't want to trade. It's not that we don't want to, you know what I mean? But as traders, right, the more and more you mature in your trading journey, you're going to realize you don't want to just get into the markets just to get in. Does that make sense though? All right, team. So we don't want to get in just to get in, right? We want to be patient, right? So, perfect. So let's continue on here. So let's focus on, let's say, so we were looking at our EURUSD. Let's look at USDJPY. What's going on with USDJPY? So there's a little bit of weakness here. As I mentioned from yesterday, this was a level structure. We go up to the 1 hour here, we can see that we are still seeing a bearish push to the downside. Price respected this upwards level of supply. Not the most strongest momentum. Okay, so this is not the most ideal market condition that I'd like to look for some sort of a pullback, but I want to understand the overall direction, team. So this is what I'm talking about. I teach this every single day. We go over this type of stuff. USDJPY, look at this. There's the bearish pressure. It is breaking below these lows. And this is why I highlighted this area here. This area here that you see that's highlighted is because I said there was two scenarios. Either we get a breakout outside to the upside, a break and retest of this downwards channel. Okay, by the way, this is the daily. That's why it looks a little weird. Or we break below this major level support here. Okay, and then we see it come back down, capitulate all the way down to the bottom end here, which is our level of demand right over here. Okay. And you can see that it is going to the downside. Now, I showed this scenario because some people were asking, saying it's probably going to go up. And yes, there was a possibility of it going up. But I did also mention to you guys that price was going to go potentially to the downside. And not just go to the downside, retest this lower end before it maybe comes up. So I'm not saying it's going to go down now. I'm just saying that it may just retest this low, okay, before it ends up continuing to go higher, right? The bigger picture. So again, right now at this point, I don't like the volume I'm seeing. There's not a lot of volume here. I mean, it's already 8:08. It is Friday. We could see a continuation to the downside, which is kind of what I'm anticipating. But overall, not really liking what I see here so far, team. EURJPY. So taking a look at EURJPY, we have this beautiful strong momentum. This is the strong momentum that you want to look for. If we go back up to the 4 hour just to understand overall direction, you guys could see that we were anticipating a push to the downside. Similarly, we saw that push. You can see my line, it's from these highs here. So I mean, obviously I was anticipating that it would just continue to go down further, and it did end up going over 200 pips in our favor, right? So beautiful setup, beautiful momentum push. Now what I would like to see is some sort of a pullback. It might come back up to these highs potentially, or a little bit lower before it ends up going even further down. Okay. Team, we're at 30 likes. Can we get it to 35 likes? Also, team, feel free to, if you're new to the family, feel free to introduce yourself. You guys are a little quiet this morning, so feel free to say hi, team. Don't be shy. Whole team's quiet today, man. What's going on? Malachi, trade off Asian highs and lows. Nice, nice. Everyone has their own way of trading. I think that trading is, that's the uniqueness of it. There's no right or wrong way of trading. And I always said that in all of my live streams. I tell everyone, I'm like, guys, like, you know, you can't be bashing one another over this is the way it should be done. This is the way this. No. No one, there's no perfect way of trading. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own way of looking at the markets. And yeah, you just have to find what works best for you, team. Let's go, let's go. So we're holding off at nicely at the support level. Holding off at the support level here. We can see the 15. We've got a rejection. I think it's just going to continue to go higher, to be honest. Oh, literally right there at the stop loss. Again, this is why we don't take counter trend trades. I was literally telling you guys the example of it. But that stop loss it's a good example, good test run there. 10 pip stops. Bearish pressure for sure. Look at this AUDUSD. I told you guys we were looking at sells last night. Do you remember? Look at this. We ended up getting the nice push to the downside. So we had the strong push. We had some sort of a corrective bearish flag. Not the most ideal because it's stretching too long, but again, I just knew that the pressure to the downside was like pretty strong. So you guys can see here clearly we got that strong momentum. Now let's wait for a retest. On the retest, team, what we want to see is a rejection of these level highs here. Previous level support, we have support, and now retest it as a level of resistance. And then we want to see bearish candle forms, and then we can retest to the bottom. That's AUDUSD. That's kind of what I'm anticipating overall. So we'll see what ends up happening though. Anticipating metals drop this week. Liquidity from last week. Nice. Does it offend? AUDUSD turned into a wonderful trade. Yes, it did. Beautiful trade. That was the call out from yesterday. Even here on our EURUSD, I called this one out too. Unfortunately, literally stopped out by a bit. But I anticipated it to come down. Look at this. It came out to this level right here. This literally to this level to the T. But it capitulated to this level of support. But look how much it fell. Over 60 pips overnight. Beautiful, beautiful. We're at 33 likes, team. Can we get it to 35? Let's get it to 35 likes, team. Let's go. And welcome to everyone that's new, team. Welcome to the family. So I'll be honest with you, team. Like it's slow. Like we're not gonna get volume probably until we start getting some more news around 8:30. A little bit. We got some CAD news. Not the most like important type of news, but it is orange folder, and then we have some red folders for 9:45. That might be the push there. We got flash manufacturing PMI, but again, right, you don't want to be trading news at this point. I wouldn't want to be. At least I would kind of stay out. Look at that. So CADJPY, remember I was telling you guys sells? Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful to the T. So it ended up pulling back to our golden zone. This is the golden zone here that I told you guys. We had broken this level, not level structure. This level structure was broken actually. And not only that, we were kind of trending to the upside, creating higher highs, higher lows. We broke it with a strong momentum push, breaking below previous lows. We retested this level structure. This is the area I told you guys that we were looking for sells. And look at this. So we have a break of this level structure, retest of our 0.50 level and 0.618. Our 200 moving average is trading above, and we ended up capitulating all the way down to our 0.618 level. Look at to the T at my Fibonacci, how it stopped exactly at my fib, right? It just goes a great example as to the move that it did. I anticipated it to reject this level, rejected that level, and it came exactly to our levels. Take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, smashed, right? So beautiful, beautiful setup. This is the 1 hour time frame. So look at this. I was personally just scoping around 80 pips, but look, it ended up capitulating over 200 pips. Now these moves will happen, you know, not all the time, but they do happen. And manage your risk. 35 pip stop. This is nice. This is really nice. You wouldn't anticipate that from like CADJPY, but that was a nice strong push. Really nice strong push, team. Yeah. Now from here, I wouldn't look for sells. Now at this point, it's pretty overbought, so I would just stay out at this point. It might just range for a bit, maybe come back up to this level of supply before it ends up either going down lower or whatever ends up happening. But can't force the trades, team. All right, team, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much. I don't really see much, so I don't want to hold it off too long here with you guys and stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little kind of update. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, and I will see you guys on the next one. Okay. We got just one member here, Akshay. Odd NZD analysis, please. I'll do it for you, and that's it. That's the last one. All right, team. Oh, look at that. So same thing. AUDJPY, nice push. Look at my analysis here. The pullback and then the push to the downside. Beautiful. Look at that. Exactly as anticipated. Odd NZD, and then I gotta get going, team, because I gotta work on some stuff. Odd NZD. Let's take a look at the daily. I guess we're pretty much at a level of support. I would want to see, it's still very bearish. All I really see right now, this given time at this moment, is that odd NZD is ranging. So if it rejects this level of support down here, right, and let's say we start getting a bullish candle form, let's say around this area here, then I can anticipate it to come back up to this level supply. But as of right now, you can see that it is ranging. So again, just you can trade the highs and the lows and wait for a potential breakout. But other than that, that's really what I see. So I'll show you here. So if we get a bullish candle from here, then we can get a nice strong push. It'll retest the neckline potentially, and then we'll see it come back up to the highs of the range. But as of right now, team, we are in a range for odd NZD. So what do? Either we stay out, or like I mentioned, trade the highs or lows, or wait for a breakout. But yeah, more often than not, I think it will probably respect this level. It looks pretty like a strong level of support on the higher time frame. So yeah. All right, team, that's it. Thank you so much, Jay. No problem, man. Happy to have you guys here. Thank you so much. Hope you guys are doing well. Keep an eye out. New video coming out today. It's dropping today. I'm excited on the US30 trade we took. So lots more content to come. Hope you guys are doing well. Again, remember, it's Friday. Relax. Have yourself a nice, cup of wine, or, a pina colada, whatever works, whatever floats your boat. And just relax, team. It's Friday, another new week. We're, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, another new week coming. And just remember, every week is new opportunities, right? So, and yeah, look forward to seeing you guys next week. I'll be live probably Sunday evening. I'll be coming back on live. And then just keep an eye out, make sure your notifications are turned on. So everyone that's new or doesn't have their notifications turned on, please make sure you click on the notification bell and you click the there's going to be a drop down menu. Make sure you click all notifications so you don't miss out on any single piece of content, because I'm dropping a video and you don't want to miss out on that video. Okay. All right, team. Thank you so much. Have yourself an amazing morning. Bye for now.